Died at the spot where his body was later discovered before 12:35 at the earliest. He was walking uphill, he was carrying a pack on his back, he was in mist, and his speed couldn't have been more than, say, about 4 miles an hour. We know the distance from Garbutt's to the spot where Henderson fell was approximately 972 yards. So a quick calculation would have taken him about 24 minutes to arrive at the spot.
Other theories do present themselves, however. It is presumed that the person who Burrell encounters on the moor is in fact Whittle. Suppose it is not Whittle, but the actual killer, and he was waiting for 2 men to come off the moor as Burrell testified. Remember, that day was very foggy. Had it not been, the crime could not have happened, not with a number of potential witnesses.
Well, given the movements of Whittle, it's virtually impossible for him to have shot Henderson and arrive back at his home and be seen at 12:30 by Mrs. Garbutt, going in the general direction of the Moorgate Inn. If Whittle didn't kill Henderson, and the forensic evidence casts doubt on this fact, what are the alternatives? There is certainly the possibility of a conspiracy, in view of the large reward on offer. The movements of these packmen was common knowledge, as was their custom of changing silver into notes for the return journey home. Henderson had been seen on the Thursday evening in Blackrod, paying for wine with silver. Therefore, robbery is a possible motive.
Little is said about the tramp in the cabin, and no attempt was made to locate him. This may be because James Fletcher testified that no one could have gotten to the cabin before he did. After he heard the shot, without Fletcher seeing him on the road, and the tramp was already in the cabin when Fletcher got there.
When Henderson was discovered, despite his horrific injuries, he managed to utter, "They have robbed me," and this is worth emphasising, "they have robbed me," which adds some support to the theory that it was a planned robbery. Yet, when his pack was examined, it was untouched, and he still had some coins in his waistcoat pocket. Is it really conceivable that Whittle, a known poacher and a familiar figure in the area, would be so careless as to allow suspicion to fall upon him? He was too obvious a target. In fact, his total indifference on the day tends to lend support to his innocence rather than his guilt. He didn't show any due concern, he wasn't flustered, he just got on with his normal activities. After his acquittal, Whittle's mental and physical health deteriorated, and he died in poverty in April 1871. After Whittle's acquittal, the subsequent hunt for the perpetrator or perpetrators of the crime seems to have been scaled down, and the crime remains unsolved to this day. All we're left with are numerous speculations and the mystery that is perpetuated with the passage of time.